His goal is to make the fish trade better, fresher, more sustainable, fairer. That's the concept behind Mouhamed Mbaye's business, Tuba Pêche.
Tomorrow the fish will be in Frankfurt. And the day after that, restaurant guests will be able to enjoy fish from Tuba Pêche.
But the international competition is fierce. Will the Senegalese fisherman be able to maintain his high standards? Berlin-Schöneberg. Mouhamed Mbaye's hands are empty as he visits one of his customers today. Business has been slow lately.
So, oh, Papa, wie geht's? Na, wie geht's? Ja.
Where have you been, Mouhamed? I've been expecting you. Why haven't you been coming over?
I'm always in Berlin.
Why didn't you bring any fish?
Right, I'm very sorry about that. Business has been difficult lately.
Here, everyone knows him as Momo. Today he brings bad news. Since he hasn't been receiving enough orders, he will have to halt deliveries for the time being.
It's just not worth it. We'd need orders of around 400 kilograms to make a profit.
But Momo won't give up hope. He's sure he can get enough orders.
We're looking for more customers with higher orders, but we'll manage.
I wish you all the best.
Yeah, thank you.
We're always here if you have more fish.
Okay. So, Papa, wir sehen uns, huh? Ciao, ciao.
Momo's partner Ute supports him wholeheartedly. She assists him wherever she can and firmly believes in his business idea. Together, the couple came up with a plan to win over major customers. With a little luck, they might soon reel in a really big fish. Metro, one of Germany's largest grocery chains, has expressed interest.
It's great to be in touch with a huge store like Metro. Now, we have to make sure we're well prepared.
But first, Momo needs to prove that his product is up to par with the high standards Metro sets for hygiene.
They want evidence that the company in Senegal adheres to hygiene regulations and that all staff is trained regularly. And they want to see what the hygiene standards are like. Is everything being disinfected regularly? How often is everything cleaned? They want to see a schedule. Can we manage that?
Well, let's draw up the plans first and then we'll know.
The bureaucracy alone is a huge challenge. Without Ute's support, the flood of papers would be sheer unmanageable. In day-to-day life, beyond obscure bureaucratic formulations and Germany's obsession with certificates, Momo is content living in Germany. But even after 10 years, he doesn't quite feel at home.
No, Senegal is still my home. My mother and father, my brothers and sisters, everybody lives there. I will always miss Senegal. I wish I could visit every 2 or 3 months.
That's what we want.
And their wish does indeed come true, much sooner than expected. Just a few weeks later, Momo is on his way to Dakar. Metro has placed a trial order. They want to see the quality of his fish. To make sure everything runs perfectly, Momo wants to go there to support his brother Adama, who manages the business in Senegal. The next morning, he's at the port of Mbour, a small seaside town south of Dakar. This is where the pirogue, small traditional boats, set out to catch fish for Momo's company, Tuba Pêche. Today, the boss himself is also on board. A small shrimp is hooked as bait. Momo's fishers don't use nets, they stick to fishing lines. It's more work to catch fish this way, but it's also more sustainable. And that's really important to Momo.
Fish caught on a line are better. They're firmer because they weren't squashed in a net.
Bamba Diye is 30 years old. He's been working for Tuba Pêche for 3 years. It's finally given him a prospect in life.
I've already tried to go to Europe twice, and each time I failed. Then my father left me his pirogue. Now that I work for Tuba Pêche, I've been able to afford an outboard engine and even buy a second pirogue. Business is going well.
In the late afternoon, the fishers return to port with their catch. As soon as they reach dry land, they have to hurry. Average temperatures here are around 40 degrees Celsius, making it quite the challenge to maintain the cooling chain. The fish isn't deep frozen, but it needs to stay under 2 degrees to meet Metro's quality standards. The first stop the fish make on their long trip to Germany is Dakar Ice. This company was also impacted by the slow business for Tuba Pêche. The manager hopes things pick up for Momo soon.
Tuba Pêche is important to our business. Right now, they make up 1/4 of our fresh fish export. Just imagine losing 25% of your turnover. That has major consequences. It starts with having to let go of workers. Here in Senegal, losing your job causes huge problems. Having to lay off multiple people has a deep impact on the community.
In Senegal, almost half the population is unemployed. Young people in particular often set out for Europe in hope of a better future.
I want my business to give young people in Senegal a chance to work, so they don't have to migrate to Europe and can stay and support their families.
If Western African countries could manage to set up their own sustainable fishery, they would be able to create up to 300,000 jobs. But so far, they mostly sell their fishing licenses to the EU, to China, or to other countries. With their huge trawlers and fishing nets, these then quickly stifle smaller, local competition. Unlike other colleagues in their field, fishers working for Tuba Pêche don't need to worry about their future. On average, they earn about 20% more. If they land the Metro deal, that security will stay, at least for another few months. Right now, the company supports about 20 families. That's 20 families that don't need to worry about leaving Senegal. The steady income that fishers like Bamba can bring home to their families provides stability and opportunities.
I explained to them that we've won a new client. And if our business grows, then they'll be able to grow with us.
That's wonderful news. For me, for my parents, and for my entire family. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure the business keeps running.
That evening, Momo brings home the remaining fish that couldn't be loaded onto the plane to Germany in time. Momo's sisters are proud of their brother, the successful businessman.
Ever since he founded Tubapesh, the family has been much better off. We used to lack so many things. Now we have everything, enough food and electricity. And if things go on like this, we hope we can renovate our house next year. We're so proud of Momo.
Just like every visit, saying goodbye is the hardest part. But business comes first. The first delivery went well, but now Momo wants to oversee the second delivery being dispatched in Frankfurt. It's 4 in the morning at Metro's fresh fish depot near Frankfurt Airport. From here, the goods are distributed throughout the country.
Ja, guten Morgen. Hallo, Mouhamed. Hallo, gut bei dir?
Vasil Yakimenko is the quality manager here. Only the best products pass his watchful eye.
It looks good and it smells just as good. That's the most important. This is the second box. It's the same here. It's no problem that some fish are bigger and some are smaller. The quality is what matters. And in this case, it's good. I like it when the fish looks so fresh and lovely and doesn't cause any trouble. And the customer always likes being served nice fresh fish, right?
The first delivery from Senegal was a success.
I'm so glad that he's pleased with the quality. The very first delivery made a good impression, and I am going to make an effort to keep things that way.
They've passed the first hurdle. Metro is happy with the quality of the fish. From now on, Momo is asked to deliver fresh fish to Frankfurt twice a week, in total up to 1 ton. His expectations for Tubapesh have become reality. Fishing can be sustainable and fair.